bell machine. I didn't hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
That's right, everybody. I didn't hear no bell either. Flyers win in overtime. The push continues. That's right. To make the postseason, I just had to throw a little Mick in there tonight. Want to thank Matty B for stepping in for me. Was not feeling well this morning. Basically didn't really have a voice. So thanks to Matty B for stepping in. There will be no final word tonight. I am it, and we are ending this Sunday on a positive note. Flyers win in overtime. Trevor Zegras, wicked shot from Trevor Zegras. The Flyers, last 3 games, 6 points in their last 3 games, 3 games in 4 days. This team is on a roll right now. They are humming. They are now within 3 points of a playoff spot, and also they are 2 points really from trying to tie in their division for second and third. I think they're 3 behind. We're going to go over that in a minute as we take a look at the summary. But first and foremost, no scoring in the first period. This was a very, very excellent hockey game tonight. Sam Ersson was magnificent in goal for the Flyers. He is now 6-0 in his last 6 games. What a way between him and Danny Vladar. Wow, these goaltenders are getting hot at the right time. And was just a very good hockey game. And let's not lose sight of what this means. Clearly, Dallas is the second best team in the National Hockey League. They're my pick to make the Stanley Cup in the Western Conference. I have them going this year. So, I mean, just to see them come out and the way the Flyers played, the Flyers literally took the game to the Dallas Stars. And the Dallas Stars look like, I'm going to be honest, they looked a little weary. They looked a little weary coming in here after their game yesterday in Pittsburgh. Adam C's checking in. Adam, how you doing, buddy? Said hell of a shot by Zegras. Oh, man. It says, Mike, your favorite team, the Stars. Yes, whether it be old USFL, which, by the way, yes, I do have a USFL jersey floating around my collection, I should say. But, yeah, and, I've been on the Stars bandwagon now for the last couple of years, and I'll tell you what, I like them. Seeing them play tonight just reminded me why I picked them in the preseason to represent the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup Finals. So, again, DeSmith, the goaltender for Dallas, I mean, what a game he had. He had a 9.3. He had a .933 save percentage tonight. Goals against 1.89 tonight. And guess what? Ersson actually outdueled him tonight. Ersson's goals against is .095. Save percentage, .944 for Samuel Ersson tonight. So, again, this was a heavyweight battle. And I got to give it to the Flyers, man, for a team last night on the road in Detroit. Probably didn't get home until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And, have to get turned around to come back and play this game tonight. They actually had to travel a little further than Dallas did. By the time the Flyers took the ice last night, Dallas was already on their way to Philly. So they were on their way to Philly while the Flyers were playing. So, but you could just see it. Dallas, to me, they look like a team that was, you could tell they had played yesterday. And let's be real, man, they lit the Penguins up yesterday. I was really worried about this game coming in. And, I got to give it to the Flyers. If you watch this game tonight, there's no way you can sit there and tell me that the Flyers did not take it to them. They took it to the Stars tonight. They really, truly did. And if you look at it this year, man, through those Western Conference powerhouses, I think the Flyers have a winning record, or they're tied with I think they split with all 3 teams. So we're going to definitely go and take a look at that. So another news on the Flyers front before we get into this game, Porter Martone has signed with the Flyers. He was in-house tonight as everybody was watching. Could get some ice time as early as really Tuesday night when they host the Capitals. So, with that being said, let's knock out some of this stuff right now as we get ready to go. Of course, Clear the Ice is coming back. I'm sorry, the fight is final. We started back today. Matty B had you earlier today. I have you guys tomorrow night as the Phillies host the Washington Nationals. There'd be Big Al on Tuesday, and then Matty B on Wednesday as we get set before they go on their road trip. And Clear the Ice looks like this. I have you Tuesday for the Capitals. Matty has you Thursday and Saturday. Thursday at home against those Detroit Red Wings. Before the Flyers go up and take on and play the Islanders, I will be back here for Sunday afternoon against those Boston Bruins. It should be very, very good. The way this team's playing right now, I ain't hear no bell. Like I said, I had to play my man Mickey before we started. I didn't hear no bell. Neither should you guys. This Flyers team right now, 3 points out of a playoff spot with 9 games to go. This is going to be, I think, an amazing, amazing run. So, let's get over here now. Let's see. We're going to start with the scoring. No score in the first period. They end up going to a 0-0 at the break there. And then 9:48 of the second period on the power play. The Flyers power play has really, really picked up. 2 power play goals now, or 3 power play goals in the last 2 games. They're starting to ignite there. They're starting to get a little hot. And Dallas, like I said, Dallas is no slouch. So on the power play, he takes a wrist shot, goes around, turns around, boom. On the wraparound, beats the goaltender, puts the Flyers up 1-0. Then the Flyers again on the power play, but this time they give up the shorthanded goal late in the second period to Arutu Henry, as you want to put it, at the 17:53 mark. He would tie the game, and it would go to overtime. And with the 3:27 mark of overtime, Trevor Zegras on a snapshot from Cam York and Harrison. That's right. Harrison got his first points of the year as he gets an assist on the game winner, giving the Flyers a 2-1 overtime win. So the Flyers get the much needed 2 points. So let's see here. We're going to check in. Joe Hale checking in, says the Flyers look amazing right now. They are. They're playing very, very confident. And I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of the body being taken tonight, Joe. It was really, really great to see. Adam C's checking in, saying again, Harrison stepped up. Harrison has been stepping up lately. He has been. It's now 6-0 for Harrison in his last 6 games. Joe Hale says Porter Marone was amazing to watch. Was amazed watching his teammates play. Well, you know what? He gets to join them soon, Joe. So hopefully they got some room for him on that line. Adam saying Andrew Painter's pitching on Tuesday. Hey, that's awesome. That means Al's going to have a really, really good game to take a look at in that one. I get stuck with good old Taiwan Walker. He goes, I may go to the Boston game on the 5th. Man, listen, if I didn't have to do it, I would go to it because that's probably going to be a really good one, Adam, to go see. 2 playoff teams, and Boston's been playing really good as of late as well. Joe Hill says the Flyers are the hottest team in the league. We have to take a look at that. I got to see what they are. But, all right, there was your rundown. Let's get around to the scoreboard here. There wasn't a big there was only 6 games today. So it was the Rangers earlier on winning 3-1 over the Panthers. It was the Lightning 3-2 over the Predators. It was the Canadiens beating the Hurricanes 3-1. It was the Boston Bruins in a shootout. So not only does Boston gets the 2 points, but Columbus also gets a point in this as Boston wins 4-3. It was the Devils beating the Blackhawks 5-3, and it was your Flyers winning 2-1 over the Sharks. So as we get set to go here, I'm going to take a look at the standings right now as they are up to date right now. 3 teams sit atop of the Eastern Conference. You have identical records between Tampa Bay and Carolina. They are both 46, 21, and 6 with 98 points. Buffalo is right behind them, 45, 21, and 8, also at 98 points. The third seed in that Atlantic division right now is the Montreal Canadiens. They are at 94 points with a record of 42, 21, and 10. In the Metropolitan Division, it is the New York Islanders with a 42-27-5 record for 89 points. It is the Pittsburgh Penguins, 36-21-16, also with 88 points. Your two playoff teams right now, as we sit, the Boston Bruins, 92 points with a record of 42-24-8. Also, the last playoff seed right now is the Columbus Blue Jackets with a 38-24-12 with 88 points. Behind them, it is the Detroit. It is the Ottawa Senators, 38-25-10 with 86 points. Detroit, 39-26-8, also with 86 points. And then here come the Flyers, 37-24-12, also with 86 points. So you have three teams vying for two spots. But actually, if you look at it, you have really the Flyers can really kind of help themselves if they decide to keep pushing this here. They could end up becoming the number 2 team in the Metropolitan Division, and they can go as high as number 2. So, I mean, they are right there for the taking. I want to go in and take a look at the schedule right now coming up for this Flyers team. Schedule. Here we go. Again, this week, so far, the Flyers in this month of March, the Flyers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are 10-1, 2, 3, 4. They are 10-4 in this month alone. They are 10-4 with their next game coming up Tuesday. Washington gets to come into the Wells Fargo. Or no, I'm sorry, they go to Washington. And then you have April. When April gets here, April's going to be kind of big. As you're looking at it. So, yeah. They have, if you go this week, Tuesday, they're at Washington, home for Detroit. Then Friday, they are at the Island. And then Sunday, they are home for Boston before doing a little mini road trip, which I'm kind of okay with, guys. I really am. If you guys are okay with the Flyers right now being on the road, right now they've won 8 straight on the road. They've tied their franchise record on the road. So I like it. I like what they're doing. Dave Yarnell checking in and says, you have to give the Flyers credit for killing the Dallas power play right before regulation. Great job. Yeah, you do. You do. And I thought that was kind of a soft call, too. Like, I mean, Zegras dropped his stick, and they still called it. But he says, do the Flyers own the tiebreaker over the Blue Jackets? You know what? Let me find that out for you. I'm going to actually give you the teams that are in front of the Flyers. I'm going to look at their schedule. Let's go back here to March. And Columbus, there we go. I can tell you right now. No, Columbus swept the Flyers this year. So they do not own the tiebreaker with Columbus. Columbus put up won the first game 5-3, second game 2-1, and the third game 3-2. So they do not have the tiebreaker over the Blue Jackets. So that would be one you would have to watch for. And Washington, they get ready to play them. What is their record against the Caps? Now that I'm thinking about this, Flyers are 1, 2. They're 2-1 against the Caps with Tuesday night upcoming. I know they play Boston coming up. So I just wanted to take a look real quick because I knew in January they played Boston. I know they played Boston like right before they went. Flyers and Boston, I believe, were tied 1-1. Yeah, Boston won the first one 6-3. Flyers won the second one 3-1. So, yeah, they would definitely be getting ready to play them. And I believe Ottawa is after them or before them. They're tied with Ottawa. Let me see. I know they played Ottawa not that long ago. Maybe it was end of February where they played Ottawa. Here it is. What's their record against Ottawa this year? Their record against Ottawa is they're 0-3 against Ottawa. Ottawa beat all three of them. Took all three games from the Flyers. So there you have your standings right now. They are 1-0 against the Red Wings, but really, if you take a look at it, you know, they I know the Flyers are 2-1 against the New York Islanders. They don't play the Penguins again. They do have Carolina. So we will have to wait and see what gets what gets what. But right now, Flyers are sitting at 86 points. They are tied basically with Ottawa, Detroit, and with Ottawa and Detroit. They're 2 points behind Columbus. They are 2 points behind Pittsburgh, 3 points behind the Islanders, and they have a pretty good. The Islanders got a pretty tough schedule, I think, upcoming, if I remember correctly. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they play Pittsburgh tomorrow. So there's going to be one of them two teams are going to lose. And then I'm trying to see who they have in April. Let's see. Yeah, they have a pretty rough little schedule here for April. I mean, they're finished by April 14th, and they have the Flyers. They have the Flyers at the end of the week on Friday. Saturday, they play. They have a home game with the Flyers away. They got to take a trip down to Raleigh to take on the Hurricanes. That's going to be that might be a little tough for them. Then they're off for 4 days before they come back and they host the Maple Leafs. They have a day off, and then on the 11th they play the Ottawa Senators, and then a back-to-back at home. The 11th and 12th they play Ottawa and Montreal, and then they finish the season up with Carolina. So that's a rough schedule for the Islanders. Just to kind of be on the safe side with that. Pittsburgh. Let's see who Pittsburgh plays. I'm trying to do something with their schedule so I can see what they have left, who they have left, and I'll tell you. Okay, so Pittsburgh's got a back-to-back this week, the 30th, Monday and Tuesday. Monday they're home for the Islanders, or they're in the Island. And then they're actually at home for Detroit on Tuesday. That starts off the week. The end of the week, they are at Tampa Bay, home for Florida. Actually, they have Florida home for 2 dates, Saturday and Sunday. Before they hit the road again, they go and play the Devils. And then they have a home at Washington before ending their season in St. Louis. So it's not too terrible, but there is some losses there for the Flyers, as you can take a look. So I'm looking at those two teams as we're in the standings. The next one I'm going to look at is the Bruins. Let's see who the Bruins have. I'm going to give you their two for the end of the month. They are off tomorrow. They won 4-3. This Dallas team actually goes to Boston to play. So Boston gets these Dallas Stars on Tuesday. And then they have Thursday. They do a floor. They got a hell of a road trip here. They are in Florida on Thursday, have a day off. Then they play at Tampa Saturday before coming back up here and playing the Flyers on Sunday. And then they get another day off, and then they got to fly to Raleigh to play the Carolina Hurricanes. And then they get 3 days off. The 11th, they play at Tampa. Or no, they're home for Tampa. On the road back to Columbus, and then they finish up with the Devils. So they got a hard schedule in here. They could possibly go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could go 2 and 5 in that span. So again, these are the schedules that I've been looking at through all these teams here in the Eastern Conference, and the Flyers got a great shot. I mean, I'm looking at their schedule again, and their schedule, to me, I just like their schedule. I think they're playing really good right now. And like I said, they just took on probably the second best team in the National Hockey League. And like I said, their week this week is basically they have Washington on Tuesday, home for Detroit on Thursday. Friday, they're at the Island before turning around, getting Saturday off, and then they host Boston. And then basically they go on a little mini 3-game road trip where they play at the Devils, at Detroit again, and then they play at the Winnipeg Jets before coming home and finishing up with a back-to-back between Carolina and Montreal. So hopefully by that time, Carolina has the number 1 seed wrapped up and they won't need it. But I really do think that could be something worth for the Flyers. So we just kind of ran over the scoreboard there. Again, so tomorrow night, big time game between was it Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh and the Island. Let me bring that back up. I always like doing that, and I don't know why it didn't allow me to. All right, here we go. Monday, 3:30. Your games for tomorrow in the NHL. Got some good ones. Penguins and Islanders in the Island at 7. 8:30. Avalanche and Flames. 10 o'clock. Golden Knights and Canucks. Which, by the way, Golden Knights hiring John Tortorella, as he's now hired as the Golden Knights head coach. Also at 10 o'clock, Maple Leafs and Ducks, Blues and Sharks. That is for Monday, your 5 games. 10 games on Tuesday, Stars, Bruins, Islanders, and Sabres, which means the Islanders have a back-to-back. This is another bad one for them. They play Buffalo. Then you have Canadians and Lightning, Senators and Panthers, Rangers, Devils, always a good matchup. Red Wings and Penguins, Flyers, Capitals, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Jets and Blackhawks, Kraken and Oilers for Tuesday. So there's your look ahead to the NHL schedule. So again, guys, Flyers win 2-1 tonight. And yeah, it's been amazing. I will see you guys once again. Don't forget, there is no final word tonight. The final word, this is your schedule. The final word will be back tomorrow, right after myself for the Fighters final. Okay. There won't be one on Tuesday. I did believe I heard him say he would be back Wednesday. So he would be back Wednesday for that. So Wednesday, April 1st, Matty B would be back. But these are your games. As I have the Fighters final on Monday, have the Flyers and Caps on Tuesday, and then I am off again until next Sunday when they play the Bruins, and I will be a part of Philly AM Sports, which will be Easter Sunday. It will be me and Matty B. That's right. Me and Matty B will be on, or as he called me this morning, he said, yeah, I'm on with the other Homer. So, yeah, I get to go on with Count Dracula himself next Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in, and we will have you ready to go. All right, guys, Flyers win 2-1. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. I will see you tomorrow after the final pitch of Phillies Nats, and I will be back right here again Tuesday for Flyers Caps on Clear the Ice. I will see you guys then. I didn't hear no bell. The push still continues. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow.